I'm Karen Larson. Relearning to breathe, suffocated by tens of thousands of dollars in hospital bills. The situation a Tulsa single mother finds herself in after fighting for her life against COVID. Stephanie Porter suffers lingering effects from the virus, but returning to work is her only option. 2 News Oklahoma's Mason Morrow shows us why the sibling of one of our own here at 2 News wishes she never said no to the vaccine in the first place.
It's the scariest thing I've ever been through in my life.
Single mother Stephanie Porter was away from her 3 young boys for nearly 2 weeks.
Being away from my children was by far the hardest of all of this.
Porter turned a positive COVID test back on August 5th and spent the next couple days isolated in her room. Pretty soon, a mild cough turned into suffocation.
Finally, it got to the point where I was just laying in bed and had to call 911 and get the ambulance here because I was struggling just to take any kind of breath at all. It was just a really scary time not being able to breathe.
She spent the next 6 days in the St. Francis COVID unit. Her condition worsened, and Porter was afraid she may never return to her boys.
All you can think about is just life and coming home and me coming back to my 3 boys to raise them.
Thankfully, Porter's breathing improved enough that she was released from the hospital to take care of the trio once again. But the battle back from the virus is just beginning.
This is everything that they sent me home with after the hospital.
She's retraining her lungs to hold air and checking her blood oxygen 5 times a day.
97 is wonderful. When the ambulance picked me up, I was at 87. All that goes through your mind is you wish you would have gotten it and that it's too late now.
Porter passed on the COVID vaccine because of what she says the flu shot did to her oldest son, Jaden.
He was literally just paralyzed from the waist down.
A rare condition hospitalized him twice. Doctors unsure that he'd ever walk again.
A 9 or 10-year-old boy not being able to stand is just heartbreaking, especially when it's your son and you don't know why or what's going on.
Now Jaden's back to his 11-year-old self. Hopes of one day playing in the NBA. His mother hopes Oklahomans learn from her traumatic experience and get vaccinated while they still can.
Nothing is worth risking your life over.
In Tulsa, Mason Morrow, 2 News Oklahoma.